A lot of you may have heard about the whole situation between young Berg and Masika Tucker from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 1, where there were conflicting reports, but basically the gist of it is, from what we heard on the internet, is that he accused her of using his credit card or something, and he allegedly assaulted her. We don't really know exactly what transpired behind the scenes, and I don't really want to get into that because, we don't really know exactly what happened, and I don't want to give you guys the wrong story, but that's what was being said. I'll just put it like that. But at the end of the day, we hadn't had any real reports, updating us on exactly what happened after that. It's like, okay, we heard what initially had happened, but it's like, well, what's the update? Well, we finally have one now. And it comes courtesy of Bossip, or Black Gossip, Bossip.com. And Bossip writes, and I quote, "Former Love and Hip Hop Hollywood star Young Berg has been offered a deal in his assault case involving ex-girlfriend Masika Tucker. Prosecutors for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office offered Berg the chance to plead guilty to harassment, which is a violation, not a crime. For his alleged assault on Tucker last year, Berg would also have to attend Batterers Intervention Program in New York or Los Angeles. The rapper is currently facing assault, attempted assault, and harassment charges for the alleged beatdown. The NYPD arrested him last November for allegedly throttling Tucker in their hotel room after his credit card was declined. The reality show's producers fired him days later. Berg's lawyer, Xavier Donaldson, said he'd been interested in resolving the case, but only if prosecutors dropped the assault charges. Berg, aka Hitmaker, did not appear during Thursday's brief hearing, but is due in court later this week. The judge also extended an order of protection between Berg and Tucker until February of 2016, end quote. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know whether or not she used his credit card, but if that was your girlfriend and you have some sort of situation with her like that, the last thing you need to do is be putting your hands on her. Even if you felt that she used your money and she did it behind your back, if you have to take her to court or whatever to get your money back, why in the world would he think, man, if I put my hands on this fine ass woman, that would make my life easier? I'm just glad nobody ran up on him in the streets about it. I don't know what he was thinking at the time. Actually, he was probably drunk. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I heard he was drunk at the time when this shit happened. Don't know whether or not that's true. Not trying to get into any legal trouble with Xavier and Young Berg. I'm just saying, this is all my opinion. Not trying to get in any trouble. But Young Berg, young turd, young nerd. How could you do that to such a beautiful woman? Allegedly. Because all this information is alleged. Unless he's proven guilty, then I'll make a very nasty video with some very nasty things to say about his ass. All I know is this. How did he go from allegedly getting his ass whooped in the street and robbed for his chain over and over again? That's kind of like a running joke in hip hop, get your chain snatched like Young Berg. He went from being that guy to the guy who allegedly put hands on this fine ass woman on your screen. It makes no sense. It's just mind blowing. And this is Cap One's brother. Richie, Cap One. Can you freaking believe Cap One's brother, Young Berg, equals Mr. always getting his chain snatched / allegedly laid hands on Masika Tucker and treated Hazel E like shit? His whole fucking track record is whack. I'm not even trying to diss Young Berg. I'm just saying that if all of that shit is on your resume, he just looks crazy out here. He doesn't look cool at all. He needs to grow up and he needs to expand, because his idea of whatever cool is not cool. He's looking crazy out here. He's looking like a sucker. It's like it was Masika Tucker versus Young Berg sucker. It just made no sense, But anyways, this is all my opinion. Of course, I'm biased. Of course, I'm gonna be on the fine woman's side and everything, because I would have treated her like a queen, but that's just me. That's just the way that I treat the women's. But Young Berg doesn't have to do that because he's Young Berg and we don't expect him to do shit, but except for make us laugh at him. In all honesty, I'm not even trying to hate, or anything like that, because he has had some sexy ass women in his life. I mean, Masika and Hazel E, you know what I mean? So I'm not even hating. Okay. But anyways, this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.